It means so much to me that you're here. It really means the world to me. You are absolutely one of my great heroes in life, and you coming out at 51 is why I felt like I could come out at 15, and you made that a lot easier for me because of the work that you did. And I don't know if you know this, but I used to cut pictures of you out of books and hang them on my wall next to Elton when I was a little girl.
So sweet.
So I'm playing this show now as a grown-up 40-year-old woman. I keep on reminding myself that's what I am today. And I saw you in the audience. And do you remember me like making a beeline for you when I got off stage? How was I? Was I all right about it?
You were great.
Freak you out?
Totally awesome. No, you were just totally, just crazy. You were going boom. I go, what's happening? Who's coming at me here? No, I'm kidding. No, but you were
like,
great.
What is this
no,
little lesbian doing running?
It was so amazing. You're so talented, and you're very kind, and your music is just amazing. And I was listening to your book, Broken Horses, right?
Oh, thanks.
And
the world.
the way you speak, it's so poetic. The rhythm of your speech is beautiful.
Thank you. Enough about me. You are taking me down a very dark path, Billie Jean King. We are here to talk about you.
Okay.
And we are so close here to the 50th anniversary of the Battle of the Sexes, which is the most pivotal moment in sports history, in my opinion. And for anyone who's watching and for some reason doesn't know exactly what that is, would you tell us a little bit of the story and tell us what you remember most from that day?
Well, most of you were too young. You weren't born yet, so you have to just try to go back before we had social media and all that. But I played this guy, Bobby Riggs, who was one of my heroes. He was a former #1 player, but he was quite elderly by then. He was as old as my dad. He was 55, but he beat this other woman, Margaret Court, and then I had to play him. And we're only in our 3rd year of professional women's tennis, and it was a really tenuous position. And also, most importantly, Title IX had been passed the year before. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary.
That's right.
And all of you are saying, what's Title IX? I know that's what you're saying. Title IX was passed in 72 because before 1972, schools had quotas for women in the classroom, like 5% if you wanted to go to Harvard Medical School. They only allowed 5% of the class to be women. And so for the first time, any public high school, college, or university that received federal funds for the first time finally had to spend it equally on boys and girls. And that's why girls have athletic scholarships to college now. So did any of you? I mean, so I wanted Title IX to stay strong. And I played Bobby Riggs September 20th at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas. And I beat him.
Whooped him.
So that was a huge deal. To me, from an athletic point of view, it was not a big deal, but he was one of my heroes, and he'd been the former #1 player in the world. So it really did help elevate women, and also men took a lot from it as well.
Yeah. Well, my oldest daughter, Evangeline, the one you were interested, she wants to play tennis. So we're getting her tennis lesson, and she says to me, this is a little story for you because this came out of her mouth, honest to God, this morning. She says to me that she wants to play tennis. So we get her in her first lesson, and we're on this hour-long car ride back from Seattle, and I'm telling her about Bobby Riggs, I'm telling her about the Battle of Sexes, I'm telling her about you. And you were the takeaway that I wanted her to understand who you were. And I've been so nervous and excited about seeing you today, meeting you in this way and interviewing you. And right before I left, I did the thing where I check in with my Evangeline for a little bit of inspiration and calm. And I said, is there any question that you'd like me to ask Miss Billie Jean King today? And she goes, oh yeah, really matter of fact. She goes, Mom, I'm wondering if you'll ask her exactly how many men she's embarrassed. Well, I was like, all of them, honey.
You have to understand when I was brought up in the 50s, and even if I beat a guy, if people would come up to me afterwards and say, who won? I'd say he won. Because I'd take care of his ego, and then he'd come up.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then he'd come up to me afterwards and go, thanks for saying that.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we had to deal with, yeah.
That's unbelievable to hear. Man, I could talk to you all day long. More with Billie Jean King right after this. We are back with, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Billie Jean King. Billie Jean, you're not just one of the greatest tennis players of all time, but you are a pioneer for equal pay in sports. What did it feel like for you in February to sit back and watch the U.S. soccer team win their tireless battle for equal pay? Do you see the foundations of your work in these victories?
Oh, absolutely, because
Good.
it's not just about sports, it's about business as well.
Okay.
So you and I were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And no, I just want equality, period. Since I was 12 years old, I had my epiphany at 12.
Yeah.
I was daydreaming at the Los Angeles Tennis Club. I thought to myself that everyone wore white shoes, white clothes, played with white socks, played with white balls, had white socks. And I thought to myself, where's everybody else? I thought, where's everybody else? Because everybody played was white.
Yeah.
I go, where's everybody else? And so I made a promise that day I'd fight for equality the rest of my life. And I knew that tennis was global.
Yeah.
That I had a chance, but I knew as a girl, as a second-class citizen, it would be much harder. But I knew it'd be easier than my sisters of color. I knew that even at 12, I was very clear.
Yeah.
But I made a promise I would just fight for equality the rest of my life. And what tennis provided, which I didn't know the word then, the platform to do these things.
Yeah.
And sports are a platform for social justice.
Yeah.
And people are seeing that now. Some
music's like
generations
that
really
too.
got into it, but others are getting into it now. Black Lives Matter, I think, has made a huge difference, very positive difference.
Very positive
Yeah,
difference.
very. And Latinx, we got to worry. And we get disabled, we've got trans, we got all kinds of people, but everybody deserves a chance.
Everybody has a voice.
Where you come
Absolutely right. And I really feel so strongly that the work that you've done has impacted generations. It will continue to impact generations. It transcends not just tennis, but sports into every walk of the world. That your mission towards inclusivity is absolutely brilliant. And if everybody needs to read this book, I'm reading it right now.
What is this, book day? What is it?
This is a New York Times bestseller.
Well, not number one.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I think it was 5 or something. It doesn't matter.
No,
She's number one.
It should
Brandi.
be. It should be every single week because this has the truth in it. And this is written by Billie Jean King. It's called All In. And everybody needs to check it out. It's available everywhere that books are sold. I'm reading it. I had this picture on my wall growing up. What an unbelievable honor, Billie Jean King.
Thanks a lot, Brandi.